Hi, I'm Robert Estrin. This is livingpianos.com. I don't know how many of you have been watching the Chopin International Piano Competition, which you can see right here on YouTube. And it's really fascinating. The level of these players and the distinctive differences between all of them is such an interesting thing to watch. What we're going to talk about today is what is the best piano in the Chopin International Piano Competition this year, 2025. First, I want to give a little bit of a historical context. You know, before 1980, it was pretty much just Steinway and Bösendorfer, occasionally Bechstein, and that was about it. But in 1985, Steinway, Yamaha, Kawai, and Bösendorfer all featured pianos that the contestants could choose among. And in 2010, Fazioli first appeared in the Chopin International Competition as another fine piano that they could select if they chose to. And in 2021, in fact, they had two Steinways that contestants could choose among, as well as Fazioli, Kawai, and Yamaha, which brings us up to this year's competition, which is underway, and only about half of the contestants have even chosen their pianos. But I'm just going to give you a rundown of where we are right now. Of all the pianos, first of all, there's Steinway, Shigeru Kawai, Fazioli, Yamaha, and Bechstein. So they could choose any of these pianos. They have a certain amount of time to try them out, and they choose which pianos. So what do you think? And I want all of you to go and listen. First of all, you owe it to yourself if you're into piano. It's fascinating because they have all the contestants play some of the same repertoire, so you can compare apples to apples, and yet they also choose some of their own repertoire. So it's a really fascinating historical perspective on all of the music as well as pianos for you. Well, no big surprise here that half the pianists did choose Steinway, but interestingly, half that many chose Shigeru Kawai. So about 12 people chose the Shigeru Kawai, about 25 the Steinway. Fazioli, there were 7 pianists who made Fazioli their choice. And Yamaha, there were 3 pianists who chose Yamaha. Now, I'm going to qualify Bechstein. Yes, there were only 2 pianists who chose Bechstein, but Bechstein was a little bit late to the game. Remember, in the 2021 Chopin International Competition, Bechstein wasn't even there. They were a little bit late to the game, so only 2 people chose it. But I tell you, they're all great pianos, and I want to get the conversation going here at livingpianos.com and on YouTube. What is your favorite piano that was chosen here at the 2025 International Chopin Piano Competition? Again, I'm Robert Estrin. This is livingpianos.com, your online piano resource. Thanks so much for joining me.